Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're covering Astrium, which is going to be an NFT project that has their NFTs attached to a specific star in the universe. There's many businesses that sell these star registries, but Astrium wants to become the true platform of star ownership. Their project launched only a month ago and has been slowly building on Twitter and Discord. They are doxed through bearmarket.io, they are speaking on Shark Tank's last episode today, and Keith, their founder, and myself spoke for roughly 2 hours yesterday, so they're not shying away from any community engagement. So these that you see right here are the Astrids, and these are going to be their main collection. They're going to be attached to a specific star in the universe and also mapped accordingly on their star map. The attributes of this collection are going to include hair, a star, an outfit, a color, and a background. They are also trying to make this as accurate as possible to real stars, so the colors are going to be mostly yellow and red, but I did speak to him about wanting to see a blue one, and he explained to me that the blue ones are extremely rare and they're very far away from Earth, and the first mint is probably going to be around 5k, and it's going to be the first 5k closest to Earth and then expand outwards, so the first mint may not have any blue at all. Also, the mint may be a little less than 5k or a little more than 5k, it just depends on how many people join before their mint, which is going to take place in roughly another month or two. With each one of these NFTs, you're going to get a unique piece of artwork that's tied in with their lore. You're also going to get an immutable link to a real life star, which just means that the link is never going to change. You'll get a piece of digital real estate in the form of a digital star and solar system, and the Astrium Founders Collection benefits once they are live, which is going to include access to their exclusive NFT drops and airdrops, governance and voting rights, and a share of future profits. So I spoke a little bit about how the Astrids are going to be attached to this star map, but this star map is going to be an immersive and interactive artistic 3D recreation of the cosmos on the blockchain. So if we go and we click Explore the Cosmos, we're going to be brought to their site, which is just their demo site. It's not fully developed yet, but you can zoom out, you can zoom in, and you can also click and drag. So how this is going to work is that your NFT is going to attach to a very specific star on this map. I'm assuming there's going to be something in the top right where you can go and type in your exact coordinates that are probably attached to your metadata, and then you'll be able to go to your exact star. You're also going to be able to upload the image of your Astrid onto that star so that when people see it, they'll be able to see your exact Astrid. There are also plans for some sort of linking capabilities. So let's say that you have a few Astrids and you want to link all of them, or maybe you want to link to your friends somehow. Well, there's going to be these beams of light that shoot from your star to another star, showing that you're connected. They also want to do some sort of collab where you could maybe see like a dirt bird in a star or a pendulum NFT in a star or something like that, and then you would also be able to connect those in whichever way that you want to connect those as well. Now, like I said earlier, they do want to become the #1 star registry, but not just on Cardano. They want to be able to sell star registries to anybody who wants one, not only people who are into NFTs, but they do have an idea of bridging people into NFTs through this. So some of the ideas that we've spoken about is, let's say somebody wants to buy a star registry, maybe they're doing it for a loved one or something, and they don't really know much about NFTs, but let's say they bought it and then a year later they want their NFT. Well, there could be a wallet that they store these NFTs on, and when the people hit them up later, they can then get those NFTs sent to them even up to a year or two later. What's also really cool about this is that they're going to offer fiat payments so that people who aren't into NFTs or crypto can still participate. So now let me take a step back and talk about their other collection, their supernovas, which are essentially their OG passes. The only way to get one of these supernovas is to get it airdropped to you, and the only way to get it airdropped is if you have the radiate, the combust, and the collapse roles inside of the Discord. Now, getting all of these roles might take a little bit of time, or maybe you get really lucky and you get all of them in a week or so. But if you do only get one of them, then you still get the Starlist role, which is their whitelist for their main collection. Now, before I jump in and tell you how to get all of these roles, the benefits for the supernova are as follows. You get one free random Astrid after their mint. You also are guaranteed 3 priority mint allocations for the Astrid Star collection. You also get a minimum of 1 free mint for all collections after the Astrid Star collection. You also get a minimum 1 guaranteed priority mint allocation for all collections after the Astrid Stars collection. You will also get a percentage of royalties allocated from all succeeding collections and several community benefits from the rest of the project. There's only going to be 333 of these. They will never sell them. It's only going to be airdropped to people who participate, and 33 of them will be for marketing purposes, and the other 300 will only go to people who complete all of the Nova missions. And if you're curious what the artwork looks like, it looks like this purple deity dude right here, and it looks like he's holding a ball of energy that kind of just continues to pulse in and out. So now moving over to the Nova missions, which each mission is going to allow you to get one of these roles, either the Radiate, Combust, or Collapse role. Each person may participate in multiple activities per week and earn multiple star aspects, so you can earn multiple roles per week. However, you can only earn one star aspect role per activity. So if you win in, let's say, the art contest, then you cannot enter the art contest again. You'd have to wait for the weekly reset, but you can participate in the next week's art contest. These Supernova NFTs are going to be extended even past their mint date. So after they mint their main collection, you can still get these roles and you can still be airdropped these Supernova NFTs. Okay, so now jumping into their missions and which missions are available. They do have game nights, and it says every week the mods will schedule 4 games. At the end of these scheduled games, our host moderators will decide if the star aspect will be distributed via raffle or winner takes all. Also, if you do win, you have your choice of either getting a Combust role or the Collapse role. So if you already have Combust, then you can get the Collapse role and you didn't win for nothing. They may also call for random games if the server activity is high, and at the end of these unscheduled games, they're going to do a coin flip to decide if that game has rewards or not. So like we saw above, you could have gotten either the Combust or the Collapse role for winning a game, but you couldn't get the Radiate reward. So wishing upon a star is one of the ways that you can fill out all of your roles. It does look like this channel was deleted though, so I would advise going and doing the raid of the week instead. So all you have to do is like, retweet, repost, and tag 3 friends, and then they're randomly going to select 3 winners via Twitter Picker. But I do want to make it clear that they are still doing Wish Upon a Star. However, you're going to need to go check out their Twitter and then just scroll through a few of their tweets, and you can see right here that they're doing a Wish Upon a Star right here for their Nova missions. The next one is Star Ambassadors, which also plays into the Gazers Raid Ambassadors. So basically, the Star Ambassadors will go and make their own tweet about Ad Astrium, and then the Gazers Raids can go and raid that tweet, and both people can win. There's also a pretty chill one. It's called the Vibe Check. So basically, there's going to be 12 winners per week, and the team just selects the chillest people and most active people inside of their chat, and they give you the Radiate reward. And then there's the fan art and sticker submissions, which is pretty cool because if you win this one, then you can choose any of the star aspect roles that maybe you're missing. And then there's also the meme competition, which will give you the Radiate or Combust. And then we have the most difficult and the least difficult, the server boost. If you do want to get a server boost, you automatically get your choice of Radiate or Combust, which obviously you can only do one time or else that would be a little bit broken. And then you have reach level 20 in the Discord, which is going to take probably the longest amount of time and is definitely not recommended, but if you are going to be in there anyways, then you have a little added bonus. And then also there are surprise buffs and bonus missions if you check inside of the Nova announcements. These are going to be completely random, so just kind of check it once in a while if you're interested. Now before wrapping everything up, I'm going to go into their white paper and check out their business plans. So they have 3 main phases, the establishing phase, the scaling phase, and the endgame and money making phase. And within these phases are mini phases. Their main goals inside of the establishing phase are to establish a project and product inside of the Cardano NFT space, establish a community of star owners and believers of their vision, and establish adequate funding to make sure that they can scale properly. So the first thing that they want to do is launch their foundational components. And if we do click on foundational components, we can see that that's going to be their star registry, the star map which is in their beta version, and their star NFTs, as well as some of their lore. The next step is going to be establishing their community, and they have a few methods that they're going to do to establish this. So they're going to have slow and constant drip of information via Twitter posts, more detailed readily available information on their website and Discord, more comprehensive and readily available information such as this white paper. They're going to be doing Twitter spaces, YouTube reviews, and interviews for a more personal and deeper reach, the fostering and incentivizing of ambassadors in their community, and open dialogue to all questions inside of their Discord. They also want to prove to everyone that they are competent and capable via completing their roadmap, marketing through Twitter and Discord with a very small budget, and no connections to influential members inside of the CNFT community prior to their launch. However, I will speak to them again about this because I do understand what they're going for, but it's not necessarily a bad thing to have connections to help get their word out. And then the last part, by engaging with their community in unique and original ways similar to their Nova missions. They also want to have this proof of good faith, which they've already done a lot of, such as doxing and showing the star map demo. So they're showing that they're already willing to build and develop before the mint. And then they're also going to do this through transparency of business expenses and an open dialogue, as well as always considering the secondary market value instead of just profiting. And then lastly, they want to establish adequate funding to scale. So they do have an example of $250,000, and they do have this example of a 10,000 supply minting at 85 ADA per NFT. However, they are aware that their community may not be large enough to support that, and they're also willing to lower the price depending on where they're at in the next month or two before they mint. So all of this is still up in the air. The next phase is going to be their scaling phase, and they have one of their founders, Parsect, who is experienced in digital and social media advertising. They also have Epoch, who is experienced in local business consultancy as well as real estate firms, and as well as Andromeda's local influencer network. They also plan to repackage Ad Astrium's products in multiple ways, such as a digital star being presented as a scarce piece of digital real estate for metaverse speculators and investors, as well as connection of the digital stars to real stars, adding real-world scarcity, the digital star presented as a promotional tool, the art packaged as a part of the Ad Astrium property, and the overall product as gift ideas. Also, their team is in the Philippines, which has the densest CNFT community by geography, ranking 3rd or 4th according to a traffic study conducted by JPEG Store and accounting for roughly 6.5 to 7% of the entire space. It is also very cost efficient for outsourcing work, making it more affordable to build. Some other benefits that the Philippines has is that the cost of living as well as monthly salaries are much lower. For example, in the Philippines, a monthly salary is roughly 1,000 USD. So because of this, there will be excess funds, and these funds will be going towards increasing the team, securing a longer operational time frame, accelerating the ads on Web 2, and eventually getting to a point where the cash flow will sustain itself. Now this all sounds great, but I really like that they explain that this is a long journey and all these goals are very far away. And one of the questions that I had while speaking to Keep was about how they would continue to sell stars past 118,000. Now I know that that's a lot, but it is a legit question if they are planning to sell this many. And right here it speaks about how new discoveries will get added in over time, and also that there is a mathematical formula that can estimate where they can roughly place fictitious stars in new coordinates. Now here they are also speaking about improving / expanding the star map, as well as educating people on how to create a wallet and receive your first NFT. They also showed me when I spoke to them a part of their website that's unreleased that shows new people step by step how to do all of this. And then this part right here, these are all just ideas, so I want to make that clear. But some of the things that they're thinking about are minting cosmetic, collectible only, or star map only utility NFTs. And some of the other ideas that we came up with was, I was saying maybe it would be a cool idea to do some sort of token. And I know a lot of people don't like tokens, but I would personally much rather be holding these NFTs, earning those tokens, and then in a few months when all this is ready, I can spend tokens rather than spending more Cardano. And then this is their last phase, which is the money-making phase, and this is where they plan on having a few million users, multiple apps and products, and they will begin allocating less of the profits into reinvestments and giving back around 70% of the profits after expenses to the founders collection. Now before I end this video and telling you guys to get outside, I just want to say happy birthday to Keith. He just turned 31 today, and I hope he's having a good time. Next, I wanted to go over my thoughts, and first off, I love the art. I think it's really cool, I love the cool colors, and it's very easy on the eyes. I also think that their star map is a really cool idea, and it has a lot of room for developments. Now, speaking from an investor's point of view, I would like to see these things all planned and mapped out as soon as possible so that I can weigh all of my options. We do have roughly 2 months before minting, so there is plenty of time for them to solidify their ideas. Now, before I have a set in stone opinion, I just want to know if there's going to be like staking or tokens, as well as these star map functions. Like we did speak about a few ideas, such as connecting certain stars with thin lines and colors, and maybe the longer that you hold that connection, the larger the line and maybe more vibrant the color. So maybe they do a few Discord / Twitter polls pretty soon to get an idea of what people like and start making those adjustments in their developments. I also want to know how often there will be new mints for the star map, not counting the random mints from the fiat payments, because those I believe will be always ongoing. And I also believe that most of the people who pay via fiat will also not likely grab their NFT, so I'm not worried that it'll dilute it too much. I do think that it's a good idea that they're doing fiat payments because it will bridge some people into NFTs, but I just know that a lot of people that refuse to do NFTs and are buying through fiat are likely not going to learn how to get their wallet and get their first NFT. I also really like their method of marketing and how it's mixed in with their supernova missions, because in my opinion, it's a healthy way of getting their fans to shill while also giving back to them. But that's everything that I wanted to cover, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.